Good evening. How are we doing? Going to be doing our baby account and pro qualifying round. What's going on, Alan? ATM, how you doing? ATM, would you mind posting a link for me? Oh no. Oh well, he's practicing, so that's okay. I got to get this round done. Um, if you wouldn't mind posting a link for me. I see that. I just got the notification. Um, I unfortunately can't wait. I got to do at least one tonight, two tomorrow, so that I can. Thanks, Alan. So that I can get my revised guide out before the opening round. I need Wednesday to work on that. And also save myself room for if I happen to not qualify. So unfortunately, I've got to go on. Maybe less viewers, but that's all right. It'll be here for people to watch later. Ray, how you doing? All right, let's see. You were on a solid start there, Ray. Yeah, people can watch both too. I do that sometimes. Nothing wrong with that. You guys will have to forgive me if I blow my nose a little bit during this stream. Allergies are getting me today. All right, let's see what we got here. Brendan, how you doing? Um, I saw a few screenshots of some pro holes. It looks like the wins are pretty tough for pro. Like it almost looked like the wins are harder in pro than they are in expert. Like they're higher in expert, but more favorable directions for some of these shots. But I only saw a few of them. I didn't see every hole. Thanks, Scott. I saw you unlock that, Aaron. I didn't know the order of events there, but I did see that you unlocked it. So I kind of plan to play a lot of safe shots on this account for the qualifier, and then for my other pro account, I'm going to take a few more risks. Kind of see after the two what I feel is the better way to attempt, you know, for each account situations. It seems like they've been doing that in general, Ray. I think they started that 2 tournaments ago, and I think they got pretty good reviews on it. I know a lot of people were liking the tougher win challenge, and then they did it again, and people still liked it. So I think they just keep upping it a little bit until people are like, all right, we've had enough. Thanks, ATM. I got some funky, sticky stuff on my screen here. Oh, no. Underplayed that win for sure. I should have actually looked. It's been a while. Yeah, I underplayed it. Tell RJ it is all good. I understand how it is. I'm sure he knows that if it was possible, I would be shutting this off and joining him in his, but got to get it done. And I know he would do the same. So, no offense taken, RJ. Oh, son of a gun. At least I know now, though, for sure, I want to bring the Katana on this account. Or, I'm sorry, the Titan on this account. Because I want to make sure I can reach on that second shot with the Guardian. That's some tough win for this hole. Um, I'm planning on doing the slice shots on my second and third, or my first account and second account. I wanted to play the safe shots one round to see how they play out, because this account's got weak clubs for pro, so I wanted to see what my options are for sure, not just assuming.
Stop.
Yeah, decent shot. A little more backspin. Yeah, most people do, Ben. It's getting towards mod time. I think I'm waiting for 100 subs. We hit 100 subs. I'll nominate probably 2 mods, maybe 3. Only problem with ATM is, unfortunately, a lot of my tournament play is morning, and it's a bad time for him because he's on the other side of the world. So I couldn't have him be my only mod. I have to start with a couple. I know you are, Alan, but we've discussed this. You don't sleep. Yeah, Brian, you were already on my predetermined list. You were really my first loyal sub, so you definitely have earned the spot, in my opinion. What is going on? Hey, Tim. I started with a lovely par, Tim. Baby account. Just underplayed my rings a little too much on the second shot on that first hole. Took a funky bounce. And I brought a katana. I should have brought a Titan. I had to go for that sloped fairway instead of going directly on green. I brought the Guardian. My other accounts, I plan on going Sniper. Totally different attempt, but this account for sure, the Guardian is my best bet. Is this the I wouldn't expect anybody to nominate themselves. Brendan, I'll be playing expert tomorrow. Trying to remember what the hell hole I'm playing here. I got the notebook up. We are knocking on the door for 100 subs, ATM. By the end of this week, we'll have one, I'm sure. And you were on my list. Regardless, it's nice that Alan said something as well, but you were already on my radar for a mod. Hole 2. Yeah, hole 2 is It's one of the hardest, easy-looking par threes in the game. Oh, that's hole 3. Okie dokie. Okie dokie, Smokey. Ooh, problem is I don't know if I can get where I need to pull my sniper rough bump. We're going to find out. It's a qualifying round. I could always do it again. Definitely will be using a Titan. Make sure we can reach. Brendan. Which one is hole 8? Oh, the new hole. I love hole 8, honestly. Right on, Tim. Enjoy your food. I say that and watch me, butcher it tonight, but that's all right. Bad rounds do happen too, and the best time to do it is Monday night on a tournament. So, not saying I'm gonna have one. There's still plenty of time to redeem. I only had one bad hole, one normal hole. Now we need an albatross here, and we'll be right on schedule. So we want to line that ball guide up right at the edge of the rough, because it's going to move even more on the bounces. Max distance, about 2 3/4-ish rings. That's when I use ish, my, half to 3/4 or whatever. That's the time to use ish. Hopefully at 360 there. 370, shit, forgot to turn on airplane mode. 370 is really the mark for the rough bump. That's where you want to be. 365 to 370, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to reach it. We do have tailwind, so we'll just have to see. I believe 370 is with a katana ball, so you can get a little shorter in reach with the Titan, but I think it's only about 3 yards. It's not a huge jump between the two balls. Oh, but we can get there. All right, we got a shot at it. So we're gonna line up a little teeny bit left of the cup. We're going to play a little more than 5.2 for this water. That was a little too much, I think, right there. A little too left, but still, real nice shot there. You can see why that's the way I like to go. If we're getting that close right now, we have a really good chance of dropping some albatrosses this tournament on this hole. That was our first shot at it. So I know the adjustment that I'm going to change next time I play this hole is I'm not going to over adjust for the water, because that little extra was probably what sent me left. And if I go right, then I know it's just right between those two numbers, and if I can keep hitting perfect, we'll be darn close every time. Back to back. At least I know this hole coming up right away. I want my sniper. Actually, I want my hammerhead in case I have to go short. My driver is not great. For pro, it's a low-level driver. Hey, Kenneth.
Hello. Here.
That shouldn't be a problem. We're going to use Kingmaker. Cut that wind down a little bit. Right about in there. This hole is one of your least favorite? I really like this hole. I believe this was my first tournament albatross. I might be at long iron range, but I think I didn't get quite far enough. I think we're going to be using the hammerhead. I mean, I just barely cleared that rough, so it slopes down a little bit towards that water. So it's a little bit of one of those uphill bounces where it gets higher elevation and kind of loses a little bit of its muster. Let's see. Oh, no, we're still long iron. Nice. Almost max, which is nice. Whew, man. Yeah, we're going to be having some fun this weekend, I think. Thank you, Ray. Would have been nicer if it went in, but it is the qualifying round. I don't exactly want to use up all my luck or anything. Just want to get a decent score. That par hurt, so an albatross would be nice to kind of equal things out. Because in my opinion, all three of these par fives should be eagles. Yeah, that's crazy, Brendan. I moved from Chicago, Illinois to Denver, and that was like life-changing. So that's crazy. Props to you for going through with something like that. It's a big change. Kenneth, did you get an albatross shooting from the rough or with the rough bump? I'm pretty sure you mean shooting from the rough, but Ben, we talked about this. I'm from Palatine. No worries. Um, did you? I'm assuming you made it past the water on your drive, Kenneth. Was it like a pretty long drive still, or did you get kind of hung up early? You didn't happen to live at 1926 Highgrove Lane, did you, Ben? Now that would be crazy. I knew there was a, well, I say kid, but he was a kid when I was there, named Ben that was a year older than me that lived at the next door to my parents' house. And if that would have been you, that would have been just craziness. Do I have? I can't recall. I just know it was a Ben. I didn't know him well. I think he moved when I was like a sophomore in high school, so. Ah, a little more gas on there. Not sure what you mean, Ray. They could have at least made this ball look cool or have a trail or something. It almost feels like a basic ball, you know? Not a fan of the rough bump with a little bit of headwind there. At least not bringing in the sniper. If I had the Guardian so I could safeguard it with some backspin if I had to. But I'm just not a fan of that rough bump with that direction of wind. We're going to go no spin. Let's see what happens. It's going to be too long, but not worried about the coins. I just kind of want to see here. Oh, yeah. Interesting. I have never taken that shot with no spin ever. See, that's what I'm looking for, is that straight across wind, and then I'm rough bumping that all day long. I've gotten the ace with that side rough bump, and it's a nice, in every direction, it's got space. So you can line it up right. You gotta understand what's happening because the ball guide lies a lot on that hole. Especially if I curl it in to help direct it. So if you place it long, it ends up going really long. Although with a headwind like that, it might not go as long. It's going to take a little tweaking to see if I can dial that in on this account. Like a tiny bit more top, but a little bit more curl, I think, is the solution. Man, he's crushing it. I should be good here because I'm wanting the rough bump here too. Perfect, because that's what I got. I think I have Banderas left. I hope I have Banderas left. If not, I'll have some of those soccer balls, so it's not that big of a deal. Win 4 is almost as good. Thanks, Steven. Is it Steven or Stefan?
Yeah.
Spell it phonetically for me. Okay, cool. I always feel bad if there's a name like that and I'm pronouncing it wrong forever. I had a feeling you would have corrected me, but I'd like to make sure. Spencer always calls you Stefan. Really? Brendan's a pretty common name. That surprises me. At least the wind is close to perfect to playing this rough bump. You either want it in, let me actually pull this up so it helps. You either want it going this way or this way. That way you can make your prediction along the line and you know you're safe. It's not perfect. It's a little off, but it should be close enough that you can get the line in a safe manner. You want to always be on the lookout for stuff like that. When the wind is going directly in the direction of something, think of it, you can use that to your advantage in some way. There's a lot more rough bumps in this game than people tend to realize early on. It's a strangely viable option in a lot of holes. All right, so we're like mid. See, that sucks. It turned more to tailwind for me. So we're going to have to be really exact here. We're going to curl it. I don't want to really curl it. It sucks so bad. It's got to be exact. It's a little over 5 rings, so we're going to pull 5 in. It's where it's safe. Should be okay. It's not going to be in, but hopefully it's safe. Oh my god. Uphill. Stupid mistake. I needed to take off about half a ring. It sucks because it's a very tough shot to make from, you have to shoot it uphill quite a bit. Very tough sand shot. I'm a little disappointed that my opponent got the left to right and I had straight tailwind. That's kind of a bummer. All right, so uphill, but not all that much. So the wind should basically fix my uphill here. And a perfect shot should go in. I'm going to give it a tiny bit more. Such a bummer. It's all good, Kenneth. It's one of those things that I know better. I just wasn't totally analyzing my shot, and I was thinking too much about the wind, and not that how to play it, but that it wasn't in the direction I wanted instead of just focusing on how to play it. Mistakes like that don't bother me too much in the qualifying round because you can damn well be sure I won't make that mistake again. And this is also my baby account, so if there's any account I'm not worried about if I make it to the weekend or get a banner or whatever, it's this one. Oh, it's crappy. He'd be right, but it's okay. There's actually really not even a whole lot of short iron shots in this tournament. So kind of a funny little bounce there. Yeah, I don't think there's any if you play the holes, you know, kind of on the correct lines. I think you're only going to play one if you end up with a short shot or something like that. Or a super long shot that, you know, like I saw someone, Spencer, he was playing and it was his opponent almost made the green in one on hole 8. So if you played that a little differently to just try and get to the end of the second island fairway there, that would be a short iron shot, you know. So, but it's a rare exception that people are going to be doing that shot because it's very high risk. All right, we got the straight side wind, so we're going to go with it. It's only a shootout. Well, of course it changed, but that's all right. Still close. Yeah, I mean, I'm certainly going for that shot in expert. There's no reason not to. I'm in masters on my expert division, so it's going to be tough competition. People with really high level clubs, so I'm going to have to go for glory, honestly. Which stinks because that when you're taking those shots, you definitely are putting yourself in position to make mistakes. But risk reward. No, I'm not playing masters. I do not have the clubs. In all honesty, I'm still like I'm technically underclubbed for expert. My main account, my drivers are Apocalypse 3, Thorhammer 4, and Extra Miles 7. I have not gotten, you know, any all of those one more level up, and I'm finally like good driver. I still kind of have meh. Michael, your ears must have been ringing, bud. How you doing? 9 on my second shot. What did I miss, Kenneth? 8 on your second shot. Yeah, my woods are okay. You know, I have max sniper, I have a level 3 cataclysm, a max big dog. So my woods are good, but my drivers they need a level or two up, and I really should have a little bit more of a bankroll. I should be at like 100 million before I really start playing expert, but I'm sorry, masters. I'm just not worried in rushing it, especially because I don't have a banner yet on my main, and I'm not going to drop down to get one. I want to stay at least until I have a gold banner in expert, and then I'll move up if the clubs allow. I'm really happy I bought the turbo balls for expert. And I haven't used them. I've used one or two just for shits and giggles, basically. Man, that wind's asking for you to go right or go left in pro. That sucks. I'm gonna need probably I don't know. I don't know if a Kingmaker or a Katana would be the better choice. No, Turbo Ball is like a Berserker without wind resistance. It's a power 5 ball. Good shot. Good shot. That's how you want to play that. That's a perfect shot. You know, if you can't do the crazy, get to that other, like, I'm not even kidding. They were up here. You know, this is where they were shooting to on their drive. If you can do that, you have a hell of an eagle chance. All right. Downhill, going to overplay a little bit. So we'll say about 3 rings is about where we want, actually. So that's pretty much perfect there. Ah, I shouldn't have gone topspin. I thought I would still need it. Of the soccer balls? No, oh, I think that's what you think I was talking about, turbo balls, ATM. The turbo balls, the tire ball that they had like 2 weeks back. That's the turbo ball. I don't think I would buy the $100 package of this ball, Brian. It's a good one to pick up, like $20 package, maybe 35. It's a good one to have some stock of these, but it's not like a, oh my God, invest in these balls because they're amazing. It happens. Luckily, you can actually reach. I'm not sure if I can with the Nirvana 4. Oh, yeah. Or no, Malibu. Yeah, no problem, though. That's a beautiful thing. It gives us a chance. We want to be as exact as we can here because this one counts. So, you know, 2 and a third. I need perfect here. You know, can't expect an eagle here, so got to be happy with a save to get birdie here. Oh yeah, I'm definitely planning to an expert. Like I said, expert, I'm going for it, you know. This account, I've got weak clubs. I want to play it safe for now and see where it puts me. My second account in pro, I'll probably play pretty risky too, because that one's like Banner City, and I could really care less to get another one in pro. I want to do well still, you know, but I can take chances. I'm not as worried about it. So it's kind of, I have different reasonings for all accounts, but generally speaking here, it's going to be safe, risky for the, at least for the qualifying round. See how it all goes. I want to take the shots in as many different ways as I can as well. So that my guide has the, you know, what I feel is the best solution because I actually tried these different routes, not because I did this one and it worked great, but I didn't really do the others, so I don't really know. I'm just saying this worked great because there's people that might not be able to pull off the certain shots that I would be able to pull off with whatever club I have or ball I have. So there's always advantage to having alternate routes, especially if you like the hook, slice, power, crazy curl shot with a snow globe or whatever. That's a limited shot. Not many people can really do those. Between the difficulty of measuring and lining up and needing the special balls and good clubs, you don't see them that often. It's funny because
I know Tim talks about putting left spin on it, and I just don't see the reason. Like, I'm still not even. I guess it's because of where I aim, maybe. I'm getting a certain type of bounce. But I've never needed to get it to go in the direction I want it to go. To curl, I just need a teeny tiny amount there. Putting too much. And probably just a touch less backspin on that. Wasn't trying to get it in the hole. I was just shooting it. I don't normally even do my shootouts, but I wanted to at least make sure I was filling my chest because I haven't been. It's been kind of killing me in the upgrades. I believe I'm full now, so I can forfeit the next one. Yep. Ooh, pin chest though. I'll take Guardian card. It's not my favorite, but so ugly. I hate seeing pars on a tournament scorecard. I don't normally do that. Woo, +3? Holy crap. I mean, it's Masters, so I would never underestimate any score in Masters, but that speaks volumes. Ah, okay. I was gonna say, I know you know how to play this game, but that doesn't mean crazy things don't happen every once in a while. Or it could have been, God forbid, disconnections or something. I shouldn't have gone with a backspin. I didn't want that wind to take me into the rough, but I'm not worried about that safety net. I'm confident enough that I can hit my drive where I need to, even with an extra mile. And this might be a hole that even here I might go for the power slice and weekend round. Because the wind is calling for it. It's in a great direction for it. And I've got a few berserkers. Not a whole lot, but I've got enough that weekend round, if I want to, I can. Ooh, that was almost really unlucky. I'm kind of unlucky still where he landed because that's a tough putt. I would rather have been in the fringe. All right. This is going to be fun. So the trick is something like that, I think, is the answer. Well, I'm going to go only one side spin, one backspin. We want to be maybe like there. That took an awkward bounce too. That's probably the toughest thing about this hole is the bounces there in front of that green and even on the green they're tough. There's some hard little hills where if you hit it wrong, you can go completely not in a normal direction. So I think even with that wind, because of the curl, I still want one left spin or so. Just enough to kick it back to the left. Because it came in a little too far to the right there. Hopefully. Oh, yeah. This increases our chances greatly of getting this in the hole. Oh, my God. All right. Saved it to get the minus 10. Should be enough to qualify. Not a pretty round, but should be enough to qualify, which is all we need. Couple really easy mistakes to correct, so could easily be 2 strokes higher. Minus 12 is definitely achievable even with my baby clubs. We're shooting for minus 28s this tournament. I think is going to be kind of the gold standard. That's going to be the average gold banner. You're going to see some that meet on minus 30. You're going to see some that'll sneak through with a 25 or so. But I think for the most part, minus 27, 28 is what you're going to need to do to feel safe in the top 3. After seeing these wins, there's some possibilities out there. We got the side wind. Go for it. We get the boom there, of course. Kind of glad I played it at least. Good way to end the stream. Me too, Brendan. I never can tell when people are being serious or being jerks with the "you're good." It's so hard to tell. But yeah, we should definitely qualify. I see no reason we wouldn't. It would be very unlucky if you didn't. It would mean like everybody got a minus 10 and you just happen to not make that line. So we should be moving on. And the plan is to do my other pro account and expert tomorrow, starting at about 6:30. That's the plan. Unless I find out otherwise. And I'll try to let everyone know if it changes. Thanks, guys, for joining me. Had a lot of fun, even with 2 pars. But easy mistakes to correct, so no big deal. If you haven't already done so, hit that thumbs up, hit the sub button, go hit the like on the 19th hole where this post was shared, and we will see y'all next time. Hopefully see you in, hopefully Jesse's getting a stream in tonight. Peace out, guys. Good luck if you haven't played your qualifiers yet.